Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Ronnie, just coming to you today with another video, and gonna go over some numbers and show some of the things we sold yesterday. Yesterday was quite a good day as we continue this crazy eBay roller coaster. Um, if you notice, talk about our daily sales, and you can definitely see the ups and downs of the different days, the different sales go up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like kind of trying to get extra men in the game Contra or something. It's crazy. Up, down, left, right, up, down, whatever else it used to be. But what's up, Brian? What's up? Lots of Josh, Linda, Liberty for all. Hope everybody is good. Yesterday was a great day. It kind of put us back on track. So I mean, when I did our numbers yesterday, and this is how numbers fluctuate. We were off track. We were like, oh, looking at a $10,000 a month. We have a good day. All of a sudden, it puts us back on pace now for 11. Which, if we have another good day or two in here, we could pretty easily hit 12. So it's like, oh, okay. So yesterday we had 9 sales for 900 and hold on. $986.23. Like Mr. Michael Jordan would say, 23. But of that, so I mean, with returns, we had a return come in yesterday for $51 pair of pants that I screwed up on. I don't know. I put the wrong measurement. Don't know what happened there. They were 34. I put 36. I got it back, and I'm like, I measured it, and I was like, that's on me. No idea what happened there. But anyway, so for the month, after you take out the returns and after you take out the one non-paying bidder we're at 5639.07, which comes to 352.44 a day, which would put us on pace if we kept this up, $10,925.64. So we're off our pace, but it would put us up from last month almost 1,700. So not bad at all. I like it. So with that being said, and that's our average sale right now is holding pretty steady too at 79.42. So that's pretty good. I think that's including shipping, but I take out any of the international shipping. I take out because I think it screws up the analytics somewhat. So I take it out. But I'll get into what items sold right now. And I don't know why I have always an issue trying to figure out how to do a screen share when I've done this so many different times. All right. Here we go. So the first item was this Gitman vintage men's shirt. It's like a brick red cotton shirt. It's a pretty decent looking shirt. It did have a little hole on it. We figured out when we got home. My wife found this. She didn't see the hole in it. That's the tag right there, made in USA. This line, Gidman Bros, whatever you want to call it, the vintage line seems to do okay. Better than the other lines. I really don't pick up the other lines they have. This is the only one I pick up. And we sold it for, with the floor, the whole, for $26.39 with $4 shipping. So like, I don't know what that is. $30 shipped or whatever. So not bad. We were into that for like $5 or so. This is a Brooks Brothers 9-iron shirt. This is long sleeve. I picked up this not too long ago. I picked up 4 or 5 of these shirts. at a Savers, I believe, and they were all priced really weird between like 249 and 449, which was really odd. They had a bunch of other ones. I left a bunch because of just browning collars or um, just issues. I picked out 4 though. Really weird because Savers usually prices the craziness out of this thing. So, and I had a 20% off on top of that. So some of these I got for like, I would say on like $3 on average. I usually don't pick up a lot of these anymore, but the size is what mattered on this one. 18.5 neck and 38 long sleeves. This is a very uncommon shirt, and you want to really look for the non-iron ones on this one. And this is like a 2X, but it's extra long, and got $27.99 plus $3.99 shipping. So like, what's that, like 32-ish? So not bad. And like I said, we sold one of these Friday too, so they actually sold them. This is the recent polo by Ralph Lauren. That's a recent tag right there. This is a linen shirt, size large. It's a purple check. I had this probably for about 2 or 3 months. I thought this would have sold a little bit better. I had this up for about a little bit higher, and it sold on sale right now for $27.99 plus $3.99 shipping. I was in this for like $5 or $6. Nothing too crazy. And so we had some shirt sales. This was on Tuck It one before we get into some of the bigger sales. This is on Tuck It brand. This brand seems to do fairly well still. Eventually, this brand will bottom out. And there's the tag right there. It's fairly new. That's why it's doing fairly well at the moment. We got $31.99 for this plus $3.99 shipping. I don't remember what I was into this one. This one we've had for a little while. I don't know if it was the coloring of this one. It's like I don't even know what it is. It looks like a pink. Did I put pink? I put multicolor. It's almost like a red and blue. It's like a real fine, like red, I think, pinpoint. And it looks like a pink, but I think it's more of a red color. eBay messages. Hope that's a good thing. But yeah, that's sold. We've had this one up for, I don't know, 3-4 months or so. This one, surprisingly, has been sitting around for a little while. This is a pair of J. Crew wool blend black wash plaid flat front casual pants. And that's the black wash pattern right there. This pattern seems to do okay depending on what you can get it in, if you have a decent name with it. And we've had this probably a month or two, and sold for $47.99 plus $3.90 plus $6.99 shipping. And this will go in a padded flat rate. I probably should change my shipping on these. And since the postage went up, I think it was now $7.33 to ship. But let me see here. Yeah. All right. Now we're getting to some of the better sales, the next few ones. This is a pair, I want to say it's pronounced Milano Blanco. Tata, I guess, was the because I had the box and everything. I had the shoe, the, what do you call it, dust bag or whatever it is, pointy flats, brown tassel loafer. I don't like to sell women's shoes. I got a decent deal on a bunch of women's shoes not too long ago, and I picked them up. And then I picked up a sweater at that same thrift store, and the sweater almost paid for all the women's shoes I paid for. So I was already in the clear, so I could wait on the shoes a little bit. So I think I was in the sweater I paid like $2 for, and we sold the sweater like immediately for $80. So I was like in the clear right away. And I think I paid like $100 for everything. I picked up like 6 or 7 pair of women's shoes. And this was the first one to sell, and it's sold for $80 plus 10 shipping. put a little higher shipping on this because it does have the box and everything. And that's about it. I mean, these have some high retail price. I think the retail price on this was like $5.15. I mean, they were pretty good condition. I don't know enough about women's shoes. I probably should stay away. But hey, we did sell one pair. This I just found Friday when I went out. I was very happy to find this because J. Crew, certain items from J. Crew do well. This would have been probably upwards of like $175 to $225. This is a two-piece suit, and it's a really good size for J. Crew. You would think smaller sizes do well. It's a flannel. It's a nice check pattern, as you see here. And there's a tag. Love Low line does well. It's a slim fit on top of that. But it had an issue that I did not catch when I was at the thrift store. It does have about a half-inch tear there on the sleeve. And I didn't catch it. And I priced it, I thought, accordingly to offset the thing, and this sold probably within about an hour of listing. I'm hoping they seen that and this does not come back to me. So I paid up for this too. I paid like $22 or something for this, or no, it was 25 plus 20 off. So I paid 20 for this, but it sold for $120. I mean, when, like I said, initially I was paying 20, I was thinking I was going to get probably around 200 or ask around 200. So it seemed a lot better, but you know, hey, we sold like, I put this up, it sold within an hour for $119.99 plus 11 shipping. So I'm happy with that. Can't argue. That's the thing. I don't worry about how I pronounce anything. I'm just worried about selling stuff. I'm not worried about I don't like half off days, Brian, man. I will avoid a thrift store like a plague on a half off day. And just not my thing. I've had this suit for a while. I picked up a bunch of different suits when we were in Richmond back in October, Thanksgiving in 2000. What year are we in? We in 2019, right? This was 2017, Thanksgiving, on our way to Florida. We'll stop in a bunch of different areas. Richmond is one of those areas. We stopped. We went to a bunch of thrift stores in the Richmond area. There was one thrift store. They have two different ones there. We've seen it online, and we went there. And the second one, they had like this huge row of suits along the back wall. And then there's like another one. There must have been 1,000, I don't know, 500,000 suits in there. And they were priced up. But there was some that were like 75% off. And I picked up 4 or 5 Canali suits that day. They were all from the same person, you can tell. I think we paid like $25 to $30 for most of them. And at that time, I sold one pretty quickly, but the rest of them have sat. And you can see it's a 44 regular, but it's a 3-button, which is kind of not really that much desirable. But the biggest issue with this suit is that the pants have been tailored back down to a 34. There should be like a 6 or 7 inch, maybe even possibly an 8-inch difference between the size of the jacket and the waist of the pants. But being a 10-inch, it's really odd. So he must have lost weight at one time, had these pants adjusted at another time. There's material to make these pants, I believe. Yeah, there's 2 inches to take out. So I'm hoping these don't come back because I really don't want to see these. I'm hoping he comes back and buys the other 1 or 2 pairs. I would even give him a deal on the other pair. I don't know what happened with this picture. Hey, hello picture. But like I said, we've had this one for a little while, and you can't predict sometimes when you sell something. You could have a great item, but this is the item I maybe would have left behind now. And sometimes I'll measure things in the thrift store now to check out, because certain size differences will make a suit sit for a while. And our best sale was this North Face Steep Tech camo jacket. This is a limited edition one they have. They came out with this, I don't know, 2012 or 13 or something like that. Did I put this down there? No, I did not. But this came out. I bought this in late December off of Craigslist. I was just milling around one day. This was on there for like 3 weeks. And I went back and forth with the buyer. Wasn't sure. He just had one picture. I offered him. He had it listed at 80, I think. I offered him something. He just said $80, and that's all he's willing. Is said his wife bought it on Amazon. It's not his style. He's had it a while. He just wanted to move it. And I picked it up. You can see right there. It has, these are faked actually too, some of them, but there's the numbering on the inside of the jacket. And then you want to see like all the different tags from the fall of, there it is, fall of 2013. So different tags. So I wanted to make sure everybody, that's the hologram tag you want to look for. A lot of the older pieces don't have it, but a lot of the newer pieces, like in the last 10 years, there's the hood that would have folded out. And, you know, I made sure I put all the pieces. This sold. I was happy to move this one finally with season being over. And this was the big sale of the day. So let me see here. So that was a good one. That was good to move on from that. So let me see here. Let's hope sure I didn't see any and miss anything. But I think I talked to Brian about that one because he had a few. Let me see here. Dumb Thrift, I gave away a Zegna jacket. I just can't sell men's clothing or can't pick it. May have been a funny size. It just depends. Zegna has a bunch of different, just depends on how old the Zegna one is. I have a few Zegna ones, even though they're recent, they've sit for a while and it's kind of weird. Don't know why. What's up, Swamp Picker? How you doing? What's up, Bum Crack? We got London in the house. South London reseller. How's everybody doing? If anybody got any questions, I got a few minutes. I'll help you guys out with anything. Or if you guys are watching this later on, my email is in the description of the video. You guys can send any messages you want to. That's it. But old pal Ronnie, I found a thrift store that sells clothing by the basket load, and the boutique is $10 per basket, and the rest of the non-boutique clothing is $2 per basket on average. I squash 12 per basket. Oh, you squish 12. That would be interesting. I mean, because if you can get, you know, clothing cheap enough, I mean, you could definitely sell so much different different things, and you can sell things for a lot cheaper. It's like getting things at the bins. The people that can deal with that and go to those bins and get that stuff, you know, they can get stuff for a lot cheaper, so they can sell for a lot cheaper. But where we are, we don't have too many places where you can get stuff super cheap. You know, our especially our two little stores are like very much what's the word I'm trying to think? A lot of competition. Our two stores, nothing seems to sit around if it's priced right. Even if it's not priced right, people will buy things because it's not uncommon to see like people with money shopping in the thrift stores around us and looking for things, and people will pay. I've seen people like there was a pair of like crazy shoes and people paid like $150 for them, and I was like, there's no way they're going to sell for 150. And they sold. They were like Fry boots. They were used the other day at our thrift store, and they were $100, and people were buying them for $100. They were gone in a day, and the manager was not coming off that price. So I was like, okay, even if I buy them all. What's up, Pete? How you doing, brother? I've never washed a leather jacket myself. I mean, it depends on what the issue is with the leather jacket. I mean, sometimes you can just use soap and water maybe to clean it up, maybe possibly, or watch a YouTube video. There's probably many different YouTube videos on how to clean a leather jacket. I mean, when I look to do something, if it's no matter on my truck or something around the house and I'm unfamiliar with it, I go watch a YouTube video on it. And I always try to figure out something. It's kind of funny how I go to YouTube how to figure out something. If I'm looking at a new truck or I'm looking at a RV, you know, or I'm looking at something, I go right to I go right to YouTube now and be like, hey, what do we got going on over here? And look them up. And I get lost. Sometimes I'll get lost. It's kind of odd. Can you do more in-depth Terapeak videos, Ronnie? Whenever I figure out Terapeak more, maybe I will, but I gotta understand Terapeak more before I do more videos on Terapeak. It's one of those things. I was just messing around with it that day and I seen some interesting things, but to you kind of like I can't just like go on here and be like, yo, here I am, like, watch what I'm doing, you know, because I don't know enough about it, you know. It's a lot different than it used to be also. They kind of restructured that whole site. So it's definitely different. And I'm not used to it as much as it used to be. So once I get used to it and once I figure out some of the features they have, I'll make another video about it. But what's up, Krillin? How you been doing? To clean leather, use leather conditioner. Try to avoid soap. It will dull the leather terribly. Yeah, like I have no idea. I've never had to clean leather that I'm aware of. I remember there was a leather jacket we had that smelled funky. And I literally put it in the sun for a few days. And I even put it in the listing. It was a Barber leather jacket. And at the time, I didn't see too many on eBay. And I just put it out in the sun. It smelled like somebody had it in the back of their tuna boat or something. It smelled funky. But someone bought it and I never heard from that person again. I got like $250 for it. I don't know whatever happened. Maybe I even told them it smelled like funk. But when I went to the dry cleaners, I was like, "Oh, can you clean this?" And the lady said, "Oh yeah, we clean leather. It's like $55 or $60." I'm like, "Okay, never mind, never mind. I'm okay with that." All right, everybody. I got to get back to work. I got about 40 listings I want to try to complete today. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. And that's it. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.